What is going on, everyone? It's Ultimate Spy 53 here, and welcome to another episode of Reviewed number 105. And today, I'm going to be reviewing the movie Castle in the Sky. So, what did I think of Castle in the Sky? I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was amazing, and it told a really interesting story. It was actually one of the first Studio movies ever made. It was made in 1986, and it was one of the first films from that franchise, or that studio in this case. And it was a great movie. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. It told a very interesting story. The visuals, the music, oh my god. It had some amazing music. I think if I was to say some of the most beautiful music, I would say that this for at least for all the movies in this studio are all really good and amazing and beautiful, but this movie stood out to me because it had some of the best music I've ever heard, like from an animated movie, in terms of how beautiful it can be. It was phenomenal. I couldn't believe it. I think it was just the way the story was told. It really brought out what the movie was meant to be telling the story of, and that was why it was so good. But the voice acting was pretty good. The girl in the story, I didn't really know if she was Australian or if she was like maybe New Zealand. It turns out actually she was. The actress who voices her, Anna Paquin, is actually New Zealand, which is actually really amazing because I'm like, oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds a little bit of British and a little bit of Australian. Oh no, it's actually New Zealand. It's very similar. That's why you can tell. But like, that was amazing. And the basic idea of the movie, without giving out the entire plot, because that's not a point of reviews. Reviews not to give the entire plot. I kind of used to do that a lot, but I've kind of stopped. I've been trying to get myself to stop doing that. But basically, the idea is that that this girl, there's like a war going on or whatever, and this young, very cute girl, she falls from the sky, and this kid, he basically he realizes what happened, and he realizes he's doing all this hard work, and he goes and fetches the retriever, and it turns out she's actually the princess of this castle in the sky, as the movie is called Castle in the Sky, so it's based off of the movie is about a castle in the sky, this centuries-old castle in the sky that's that all civilization is gone except these robots. Basically, they're not like the guardians of the castle, this ginormous castle. It's like one of the biggest castles ever, and he rescues her. There's these pirates who are going after her. There's another gang who's also going after her, and she has to run away. And you have this big chase scene. There's a bunch of things. This old lady and her sons are like chasing after her because she wants the crystal, the little the amulet that she wears, that Sheeta wears. The girl Sheeta, she's adorable. And so basically, the whole point of the movie is that they're trying to find the lost city and lost castle of Lupita, which is this ancient castle. And it was truthfully an amazing experience to watch this movie. Not only the music but also the visuals and the way because the castle's been overgrown with all these vines and stuff, and it just shows you how ancient it is. Because I think when I first saw this movie, and I've only seen this the second time I've seen this, I'm not kidding, I thought it was actually like hundreds of thousands of years old, but it's actually, I think it's only, I don't really think it specifies how old it is. I just think it's like, I don't know, 100 years old. It's pretty old. It's just like this ancient castle, this whole city. Castle, but also a city, like this giant city. And there's actually a scene where the underwater is the water is where the city is now underwater now. It's like that's how crazy it is. And I thought it was really amazing. It was a pretty long movie overall. I didn't like the fact it was just like 2 hours and 4 minutes long with the credits. It was quite a bit of time to be spending watching a movie, especially a studio movie. Although a lot of studio movies, any of the the animated movies, they're typically that long, but it was still pretty long. It wasn't boring. I wanted that kind of be over because the story was just kind of going on too long. Although I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a phenomenal movie. I thought it was fantastic, and from the visuals, the beautiful visuals, to the music, to all this amazing things, it was just wow. It was breathtaking, and that's the kind of thing that Studio Ghibli does, where they they make animated Japanese films that are just truly awe, awe-inspiring. They just make you want to go. They just make you like want more kind of thing. They just make a beautiful movie. All the movies are beautiful, but some of them are not as successful. In fact, Zaka Valley of the Wind, that was actually not a part of Studio Ghibli. I didn't know that, but apparently it wasn't. And so they basically locating this central castle with this robot that they've discovered, like this robot that fell from the sky, and then like kind of the same way with that she does the girl that this young girl who befriends Pazu, who's this young pilot kid. I think he wants to be a pilot or something. I don't know exactly, but he's just this kid. He's just this ordinary guy, and he's basically he befriends her, and then we see something that they don't know, a very interesting turn of events in terms of the drastically changing thing. So you have the pirates who are after Shida for the amulet, or the crystal they call it, and you have the other people who are like the Nazis. Like he's this guy who's there's these Nazi guys who are after the treasures of Lubito because they can apparently from the story point of view that Lubito doesn't exist, like it hasn't been for a while, and people wondering if it truly wasn't a thing, like this Lubito is just a made up story. It's like that's such thing, of course. It's actually because we found out that Pazu's dad was actually the first to not only see the place but actually take a picture. And I don't know when the movie takes place because pictures are really old, but I'd say it actually it take place in the 80s, 1986 I think it was. Actually, I think that the movie took place exactly when the movie came out. I don't know exactly, but pretty old, back 30 plus years old. But you have this two factions. You have these Nazis and you have these pirates. And interestingly enough, the pirates that are after Crystal and Sheeta after a while, they thought, I think what ends up happening is that Pazu the kid, he ends up making a deal with the pirates and this old lady after he goes back there, and he's like goes back to his home after the horrible events that happened where he gets both him and Sheeta after became friends, and then like they get captured and they go to the Nazi base or whatever, the Goliath, I call that. I call it Nazi because they're just Nazis, but basically they not only do they get separated, but they also Sheeta discovers this well, for at least for now, a deactivated robot, like the robots that protect the castle. They are like there, and they basically are the reason why that's a thing. And so that was kind of thing that I kind of was really blown away by, was that exact thing. And the trust, like going from the pirates who are now they're after Sheeta and her amulet crystal thing, to having Pazu making a trust deal with them, so that now they become friends, and like, they work together. And at the end of the movie, they miss the kid, like they work, we have the old lady who now the mom of the pirate crew. She's like now like with them, like she trusts them. She kind of she actually likes them a lot. It's just a crazy drastic change of between how a relationship was where they were pirates after her, and then they're kind of like they're friends now. And then of course there was a lot of humor in it. There was enough humor in it that was actually enjoyable. I like the humor, but I think that the really crazy part about it was the cute part about it was not only was the friendship between Pazu and Cheetah, the princess. We found out she's a princess, actually, princess of the true heir to the throne of Laputa, the castle. But also we find the humor is most taken from for the affection that all of the men of the crew, of the pirate crew, show for Cheetah, she has a blue or purple dress. I think it's blue dress. I don't know, a long dress, and then she changes into this pirate thing. She goes from a blue dress or whatever to having long pirate style pink leggings, like pants, and then she has a yellow shirt on, and both of it, she looks great. And the funny thing is where they're all crowding into her workplace, and they're like you can tell that they have a crush on her. Like they can tell, you can tell that they really like her, and I know that because she's this very cute little young woman. Not young, she's small, but she's like, she's young and very brave, and that's what I was thinking about. But like, it's just you show it shows the dynamic between that change of relationship, going from the pirates who are after her to now they're working with them, and they want them to be safe. They're making sure everything okay. It's like really crazy, but it also has a lot of beauty in it. That's why these movies are so amazing. Is that you have a lot of beauty. Like there's absolutely gorgeous scene where you have shortly after Pazu and Sheeta, they go through. They are escaping the pirates, and they go down this cave system. This abandoned mine, essentially. It's not really, well, abandoned mine. It's just like this mine that people barely use anymore. And they find this old man who apparently is friends with, or I think the uncle or whatever of Paz. I don't know really clearly. He calls him uncle, but he's not really think he's an uncle. I don't know. But point is that he finds him. He shows the light, and how the rocks actually speak to him. At night, and then he lets up this light show, and it is beautiful. Oh my god, it was amazing. It's breathtaking. It's absolutely breathtaking. That's why I loved it so much. It was just like this space, like outer space, like stars. It just looked amazing. And it was just like wow. But also, later on in the movie, we have this big battle between the robot who's almost the last kind of the castle, because all the other ones like basically shut down after centuries. And they have this giant battle where the robot comes alive, and then the Goliath castle, whatever you call it, is under attack. It's basically the castle where the Nazis are, essentially. And so you have that huge thing, and it's just like we show them escaping that, and then going through the storm, and then eventually, finally, after a long time, they finally find Laputa, and it's like this. Basically, it's just. The more you watch it, the more interesting it gets, because the story is such a creative one. I like the story. The story is amazing. I love that. It just storytelling with this particular studio is so crisp. It's so amazing. It's so just like well developed. They know how to tell a story with that animation like this, and the fact that they have this castle that people thought was gone, like no one thought it didn't exist, and apparently it was one stop that, and they eventually find the castle, and now the Nazi guys are like they're so greedy, they're really greedy, and they have this basically the other half of the crew, the Goliath part of it, or whatever you call it, the leader of the Nazis, the captain guy, the kind of the 1800s style clothing. I don't know what he really, I don't know how you have to describe it, but like this blouse, this scarf on over here, like I don't know, I can't really describe it, but like this cloth, and he basically he has the same royal heritage as Sheeta, and so he basically goes to deep inside the castle and finds this crystal, and he gets all the power, and it is wild. It is a phenomenal movie, and it's just like it's very long, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fantastic movie, and I had no problems with it at all. I really did not have problems. I think my favorite character has got to be Princess Sheeta, because not only is she a very cute girl, because there's a lot of humor was pointed to her, but like she's just so brave. And she loses her pigtails in the process, and it's just like this. And then of course you have this big battle between the guy voiced by Mark Hamill. I don't know what his name is. Some other, I don't know exactly, but he's just this crazy guy who, or he's not really crazy. He's just this wild maniac guy. It's just interesting, and you have this, and it's just like this. It's a very long movie, but I really enjoyed a lot of it. I did like it. It was a fantastic movie. I had no problem with it, and it just Castle in the Sky is worth a watch. And one thing I will say though about the movie that it was kind of like a movie mistake a little bit was there's points in the movie where maybe it was lighting or something, but I could tell it was changed. Was the really cute shirt that Sheeta wears as like a pirate, but then basically the pirate garment she wears. she basically wears this yellow one, but when you go to the castle, maybe the lighting is different, but she has a purple one on. It's just like it's really strange. And then later on she has a yellow one. It's just like a little bit of a mistake. But I think that the really interesting part about the movie that I really enjoyed the most was having the backstory of Cheetah, like seeing what she's been through, like all this stuff. I mean, we had the backstory from Pazu, but we had hardly any backstory from Cheetah, and we didn't get that until later in the movie when they're actually on the way to Laputa, or they're trying to get to Laputa, and they finally get there. And it's the backstory where she's with Pazu, and it's this cutest moment because they're huddled together because they're riding through the storm, or sort of the storm, and so they huddle together, and basically she tells this girl, this young girl, I don't know, I wouldn't really call her beautiful, but I think she's definitely very cute. Yeah, I guess beautiful would work, because she's pretty nice looking, and that was what the humor of the movie was, just everyone was like, affectionate toward her. But like, she unveils this backstory about about how the crystal worked, kind of thing, and then how everything happened, all that stuff. And we have the elder, the mom of the pirate crew. I don't know what her name. I don't really think her name was, but basically she listens in, and she's like this. She just unveils all this backstory, and it's quite amazing, actually. That's why I like it so much. But yeah, that's all I can say about Castle in the Sky. There's not much to really go on, but I mean, it was a great movie. I loved it. I absolutely adored it. It was fantastic. I wouldn't really watch it again because it kind of goes on and on and on, and nothing really gets. It takes a while. The plot kind of takes a while to get good. I mean, there's a lot of action, but there's a lot of. It just kind of goes. Okay, so also, I found that the motivation of the pirate crew was crazy. The fact that they would do absolutely anything to get to that crystal. So they would ride their car on the railroad tracks, literally. Like the railroad tracks were up high, so they would literally ride the car onto the railroad tracks just so I could get to Cheetah, and that was crazy. But still, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fantastic. That's all I can say about it. It was a fantastic movie. Studio Ghibli is a studio known for making one of the best animated movies. In terms of the beautiful atmosphere and the beautiful storytelling and the music, it was phenomenal music. It was a phenomenal movie. Especially, I love the music. The music was the best part of it. It's just the music has got to be some of the most beautiful I've ever heard of. It's so gorgeous. But yeah, that's all I can say about the movie. I would rate it a 10 out of 10. I had no problems at all with it. The only problem that I might have had with it was that movie mistake where the shirt that she was wearing went from yellow to purple to yellow. That was weird. But I think my last little thing about the movie that I liked a lot was the design of it. The design was fantastic. She had this dress on, then she had these pigtails, and then she had dark brown hair with a red hairband on it, and pigtails, braided pigtails. I love that hairstyle. I loved it. She's one of my favorite characters of the entire movie, and I loved her. She's just fantastic, and she's just so brave. We see her bravery go a lot. It's just amazing. It just amazed me. So that's all I can say. Yeah, good movie. I would recommend it. Check out if you can. It's one of the first movies that Studio Ghibli ever made back in 1986. Literally, I looked it up. I completely forgot it was, but it is very much that. So anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Reviewed. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. I really do appreciate the support. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more episodes of this series and other series that I do, as well as other great content. And I'll be back next time with another episode. Alright? See ya.